The angels are speaking about your home right now, because something very great is moving around your life. And I want you to stop and listen with an awakened heart. You are not here by accident, nor is it without reason that these words are touching you in this very moment. If there is a very gentle pull within your heart, a feeling as though something is inviting you to stay, then understand that I am leading you toward an awareness you must not delay. The things I prepare do not always appear with loud sounds, yet they carry the weight of a deep turning point. What is opening around you, within your home, in the atmosphere where you live, and in the deepest place within you, is not small. It is connected to your silent prayers, the nights when you spoke to me quietly, the questions you kept in your heart, and the blessings you once thought were still very far away. I am speaking to you directly because a heavenly watch has been placed around your home. My messengers are not standing far away, looking at your life as though it has nothing to do with them. They have been sent to observe, to protect, to prepare, and to move what must be moved according to my will. They are not silent in indifference. They are working in obedience. There are things in your home that your eyes cannot fully see, but I have seen them clearly from the beginning. There were pressures that clung to your living space, heaviness that made you weary when you walked through the familiar door, anxieties that quietly followed you from room to room. I did not overlook any of it, and now I am arranging a change so that your home will no longer carry only the marks of silent battles, but will begin to carry the mark of peace, restoration, and opened ways. The words you are hearing are not distant, nor are they merely beautiful images meant to comfort you for a moment. They are very close to your real life. I am speaking about the home where you rest, where you think, where you once cried, where you tried to keep yourself strong, even though inside you deeply needed support. I am speaking about specific things in your life: provision, responsibilities, relationships, decisions, doors that were once tightly closed, and things that once made you wonder whether you had been forgotten. There were days when you looked around and saw nothing changing, but I want you to know that outward silence does not mean there is no movement within. When I work, many things begin in the secret place before they are revealed outwardly. That is why recently you may have felt a strange tension, a quiet stirring, or an indescribable feeling as though everything were standing at the threshold of something new. You may have tried to explain it as tiredness, daily pressure, or repeated thoughts within your heart, but I am telling you that not every unusual feeling is meaningless. There are times when I make you more sensitive so you can recognize that the atmosphere is changing. There are times when I place special attention within you so you will not miss what is being prepared. What you feel is not meant to frighten you, but to awaken you. It is a reminder that the things once held back are beginning to move, and what once seemed blocked is being touched by me at the right time. There is a revelation surrounding your circumstances, not a frightening revelation meant to disturb you, but a revealing meant to help you understand, prepare, and be placed in the right position. On the surface, your days may still unfold as usual. Familiar tasks still continue. Familiar sounds still echo. Familiar rooms are still there. But behind that ordinary appearance, I am doing something extraordinary. I am correcting what has moved away from peace. I am loosening the knots that have made you tired. I am bringing sources of help closer. I am causing certain truths to become clear, certain doors to open, and certain things that were delayed to begin finding their way to you. You have asked for answers, and I am giving them to you. But my answers need your attention. If you continue living too distracted, you may not recognize the way I am responding. If you keep letting worry pull your eyes toward what is lacking, you may miss the sign of provision drawing near. If you only look at what has not happened yet, you may not see the small details being joined together. I want you to slow down, listen, observe, and keep your heart open in peace. A conversation may be a key. A piece of news may be a confirmation. A small change in your home may be the first sign of a changing season. A lighter feeling in your heart may be evidence that I have begun to loosen what once weighed you down. My messengers are guarding you not because you are perfect, but because you belong to my care. I know what you have carried in recent times. I know the responsibilities that have weighed down your shoulders. I know the battles no one saw, the prayers no one heard, the worries you tried to hide behind a normal appearance. I also know the good things I have already placed on your path. Therefore, I will not let what belongs to you be lost in chaos. I am covering your future with my wisdom. I am protecting what is still young in your life so it can grow. I am preparing you so that when blessing comes, you will not only receive it, but also know how to guard it with humility and clarity. Do not take your home lightly in this season. That home is not only the place where you shelter, it is also a place where I can reveal peace, healing, and opened ways. I want the atmosphere in your home to change. I want the place that once held anxiety to be filled with relief. I want the place that once held pressure to be touched by comfort. I want the place where weary thoughts once echoed to begin carrying the sound of faith and gratitude. You will notice signs of change, perhaps a softening, a favorable arrangement, a financial door, timely help, or a feeling of peace returning after a long period of unrest. When that happens, do not call it random. Recognize my hand in the small things, because those small things often open the way for greater things. So remain alert. Do not turn away from this moment simply because it comes in an ordinary form. Do not let doubt close your heart to what I am releasing. Do not let the previous days of waiting convince you that the present will not change either. I am working around you, in your home, in your circumstances, and in places you cannot see. Clarity is being released so you can understand what needs to be understood. Protection is being placed so you do not step into what is not meant for you. Provision is being arranged so you do not continue living under the weight of lack. Open your heart, my beloved child, because the extraordinary is being prepared in the middle of the familiar things of your life. When it is revealed, you will know that I heard, I saw, I sent help near, and I chose the right time to make your home a place of peace, blessing, and renewal. You are not alone in this, because I am with you, guiding you, protecting you, and keeping you from the things your eyes cannot yet see. My beloved child, let this word settle deeply within your heart, because I am not speaking to you as a distant sound, nor am I calling you with the coldness of a command. I am calling you with the love of a father who sees you standing before an important turning point. There are things moving around you that you do not yet fully understand. Situations forming behind the ordinary appearance of life, and small choices before you that can open peace or lead you into unnecessary confusion. I do not want you to walk in blindness. I do not want you to reassure yourself that everything is harmless when your heart has been reminded many times to slow down. I am here, near you, not to force you, but to call you back to alertness. I need your cooperation, your attention, and your heart's willingness to listen instead of continuing to be pulled away by outside noise. I will not force you to choose what is right, because my love does not take away your ability to respond. But I will continue calling you, continue placing reminders in your heart, continue showing you signs you must not ignore, with the hope that you will respond before unnecessary consequences come. There are times when my mercy comes as comfort, but there are also times when that mercy comes as an urgent warning. Not because I want you to be afraid, but because I love you enough not to remain silent when I see you approaching a place that could wound you. This is the moment for you to stop. Not to stop in confusion, but to stop in wisdom. Temporarily lay down rushed thoughts, emotions that are pulling you to run ahead of guidance, and the reasons you use to convince yourself that you can continue as before. Reflect. Look back. Ask your heart why something within you keeps reminding you to pay closer attention. Do not treat this as a passing voice and let it dissolve among daily busyness. Feel the weight of this word. Not a weight that suffocates you, but the weight of a truth asking to be acknowledged. I am speaking directly to you. So, do not quickly turn your eyes to something else, as though this has nothing to do with your life. I know your struggles. I know the fears you try to hide behind silence. I even know the things you have never told anyone, the memories you still carry, the wounds you keep trying to call healed, the doubts you do not want to admit because you fear looking weak. I know the nights when you lie still while your heart is not at rest. I know the times when you smile while inside you only wish someone would sincerely ask whether you are all right. I know the burdens you have carried for so long that you thought they were a natural part of your life. And because I understand you so deeply, I also know what can hurt you if you are not careful, where you are easily pulled when you are tired, and what can take advantage of your kindness, patience, or loneliness. You have an opportunity right now to change your direction. Not tomorrow, not when things become more serious, not when you have already gone too far and then look back with regret. Right now, while this word is still touching you, you can stop, choose differently, listen more deeply, reset boundaries, release something that no longer carries peace, or move closer to me instead of allowing distraction to lead you farther away. Great changes can begin with a very small decision. You choose not to react in haste. You choose not to say what would open another crack. You choose not to believe an invitation that lacks clarity. You choose not to return to the old habit. You choose to ask me before taking the next step. Those choices may seem quiet, but they can keep you from much pain. This moment matters more than you think, because what you do after hearing this word will help shape what happens next. If you listen, you will find protection. Protection does not always come through every danger disappearing before your eyes. Sometimes protection comes through me, giving you enough wisdom to avoid a path, enough peace not to be provoked, enough courage to say no, enough patience to wait longer, and enough clarity to recognize what does not belong to you. If you listen, you will find peace. Because peace is not always a quiet circumstance, but an inner steadiness when you know you are following my guidance. But if you ignore it, if you continue taking lightly the signals that have been placed in your heart, you may have to face something that could have been avoided. I do not say this to threaten you. I say it because truth needs to be spoken in love. Some consequences do not come suddenly. They are formed through many times when you ignore what you already knew. One small compromise, one silence in the wrong place, one step forward while your heart has no peace. One open door to what I told you to stay away from. All of it can quietly pull you into a place from which you later need much time to return. I do not want you to learn this lesson through pain if you can receive wisdom now. So let me lead you. Bring that situation, that person, that decision, that worry before me. Do not exhaust yourself trying to analyze everything alone. Do not let your mind run through hundreds of possibilities and lose the gentle voice of peace inside. Slow down enough to hear. Observe what repeats. Notice what makes your heart heavy. What gives you clarity? What pulls you closer to truth? And what makes you trade peace for acceptance? I will not abandon you in confusion. If you sincerely ask, I will teach you discernment. If you are willing to wait, I will make things clear. If you obey my reminder, I will guard your steps. My beloved child, I am with you in this. I am not standing far away watching you struggle. I am not leaving you to protect yourself with fear. I place protection over you. But I also invite you to remain under that protection through listening and obedience. Choose peace instead of haste. Choose truth instead of temporary comfort. Choose boundaries instead of trying to please everyone. Choose to stay near me instead of following things that pull you away from the light. This is not condemnation, but a loving arm reaching out before you go too far. Take hold of it. Return. Believe that I am warning you because I love you. And I am leading you because your future is too precious to be left to carelessness. They once clothed themselves in the appearance of someone who supported you, guided you, and even protected you. But behind your back, they quietly sowed seeds of doubt about you in the hearts of others. My beloved child, I saw it all. I saw the smiles in front of you and the whispers behind you. I saw the hands that patted your shoulder as though they were supporting you, while quietly pulling others away from you with half-truths. I saw how they turned personal opinions into something that wounded your honor, turned silence into a place where what was wrong could grow, and turned familiarity into a mask that hid impure intentions. You may not have seen everything, but I saw it from the beginning. Not one word spoken in darkness escapes my light, and not one hidden motive is beyond my understanding. Even so, you still loved them. You tried to understand them. Be patient with them, and pray for them, even when your heart was weighed down by things you sensed but could not prove. You gave them your softness, your trust, and the most fragile parts of your heart, hoping they would guard them with respect. But instead of cherishing them, they treated them lightly. Instead of protecting them, They allowed your broken pieces to be stepped on as though your pain had no voice. I know how tired that made you. I know there were times when you wondered why you still chose kindness toward people who did not treat you kindly. I know you tried to keep your heart pure, but at times your heart trembled because the injustice was too clear. Hear me say this, that cycle ends today. Not because you must become cold, not because you must turn yourself into someone hard and bitter, but because I am stepping in to stop what is wrong from continuing to have power over your life. You no longer have to live in the cycle of being used, misunderstood, and then blaming yourself for sensing that something was not right. You no longer have to stand in the middle of vague words and wonder whether you are too sensitive. I am bringing light to the place once covered. I am putting order into the place once disturbed. I am teaching you that forgiveness does not mean allowing others to continue hurting you. And kindness does not mean you must keep walking in a space that no longer carries peace. My beloved child, your pain has not been overlooked. I have gathered every tear you shed in silence, and not one of them is wasted before me. Every moment when you felt misunderstood, I quietly placed more strength within you. Every time they mocked you behind your back, I made your steps firmer. Every time they tried to make others doubt you, I prepared a place where your truth would be seen more clearly. You thought my silence meant I was not acting, but you did not know that while you were enduring, I was remembering, protecting, and building within you an endurance that gossip could not destroy. Now, I am replacing what was taken from you with blessings they cannot touch. What I am about to pour into your life cannot be imitated, sabotaged, or delayed by anyone's jealousy. When I decide to lift you, no whisper can pull you down. When I decide to open a door for you, no hidden hand can lock it again. When I place favor upon you, even those who once tried to dim you will have to see that what is happening does not come from human strength, but from my righteousness and mercy. I do not bless you so that you will become proud, but so that you will know that the final truth still belongs to the light. I am bringing righteousness into the very place where you were wounded. I saw what they did, saw the words they twisted, saw the stories they told in a way that benefited them. You saw the way they tried to manipulate the truth so that you would become the one under suspicion. They thought that if they controlled the words, they could control the way others saw you. They believed darkness could hide everything forever. But I am the truth, and I never sleep. What was done in darkness must eventually step into the light. What was once covered must eventually reveal its true nature. You do not need to run around explaining yourself to everyone, nor do you need to exhaust yourself proving your purity. I know the truth, and when I reveal it, the truth will stand firm without noise. I am lifting your honor in the very places where they once tried to push you out. I am opening doors for you that their words cannot close. I am placing peace in your home, in your rest, and in the rooms that were once filled with heaviness because you carried too many unfair things. While the instability of wrong actions returns to those who sowed it, I will lead you into rest, not because you were never hurt, but because I am healing you, not because everything becomes easy immediately, but because I am standing in the middle of your story as your defender, your protector, the one who will not let lies have the final word. You do not need to expose them in anger. I have seen. and I know how to bring everything into the light at the right time. You do not need to fight back with words that make your heart heavier. I have risen for you, because you belong to me. No one, even if they once sat very close at your table, even if they know your private stories, even if they were once trusted by you, can curse what I have blessed. What I have placed upon your life is not under the control of betrayal. Their words are not greater than my word. Their intention is not stronger than my plan. Their falsehood cannot erase the mark I have placed upon you. The poison that once hid within your familiar circle has been held in my light. And now I will deal with it according to my righteousness. You will not have to fight by yourself in a way that makes you lose your peace. You will not have to lift even a finger in bitterness to prove you are right. Your part is to keep your heart pure. Keep your prayer strong. Keep your faith steady. And let me do the rest. Do not let what they did turn you into someone like them. Do not let betrayal make you lose the gentleness I love in you. Do not let the wound close you off to the good things I still want to bring. Let me heal the painful place, repair what was broken, and protect you from carrying the poison of the past into the new season. In this very moment, your heart is being healed. A peace is entering you, not because every circumstance has become easy, but because I am with you. I am surrounding you with comfort from heaven. I am placing my hand on the parts you tried to hide for too long. You do not need to pretend anymore. You do not need to smile through pain just so others will not notice you are breaking. You do not need to blame yourself for having trusted, loved, or tried to preserve what was good in a place that did not know how to value it. I see your heart, and I do not see your softness as weakness. I see it as something precious that needs to be protected. Rest in me, my beloved child. Let your shoulders drop after so many days of being tense because you had to protect yourself. Let my voice become louder than the words they once spoke about you. Let my truth cleanse the stains that lies tried to place upon your honor. I am doing something new in you and around you. I am separating you from what drains you, bringing you closer to people who know how to honor the light in you, and rebuilding within you the belief that true love does not manipulate. True closeness does not destroy, and true protection does not betray. You have endured enough. Now it is time for me to bring peace into the place once full of tears, clarity into the place once full of doubt, and restoration into the place that was once trampled. Stand firm, keep your heart pure, and believe that I have seen. I am acting, and I will not let injustice have the final word over your life. What is shocking in this moment is not the danger, but the fact that I am suddenly correcting the things that once seemed delayed, blocked, and unmoving in your life. My beloved child, there were circumstances before that seemed like walls too high to cross, doors that seemed closed for too long, directions that were influenced, delayed, or blurred by others. But now I am quietly setting everything back into proper order. What once made you feel stuck is no longer standing in the same position. The people who once held influence over your steps are gradually losing the control they do not even realize they are losing. I am carrying out a rearrangement in silence, carefully and purposefully, because these things are directly connected to the future I have prepared for you. This is why the angels are being sent closer to you in this season. They do not come to frighten you. but to guard the opening of something that was planned long before you knew it. You are stepping into a space that had already been prepared for you. Even in the days when you felt as though you had been forgotten. I saw the nights when you lay still while your heart remained unsteady. Saw the heavy thoughts that made it hard for you to find peace. You saw the moments when you felt lonely, even in your own familiar home. I also heard the wordless prayers. The sighs you did not know whom to send to. Not one of those moments was wasted. All of them have brought you to this exact point, where what was hidden underneath begins to move, and what you once hoped for begins drawing closer. Therefore, you must continue to remain present, continue to stay alert, and not leave the position of faith. This part of the journey is very important, because this is where everything begins to change before you see it with your eyes. The presence covering your life and your home is not something to fear, but something to recognize with gratitude. It is a sign that you are not without protection, that your life is being cared for with my gentle attention. There are things being kept from you that you have not even known about. And there are opportunities being moved into the right position, even though you have not yet seen their shape. That is why deep within you, there is a feeling that something is happening, even though outward evidence is still unclear. My work often begins in the secret place before the result appears in your life. You are in the middle of a transition, and transition often brings a feeling of instability before it becomes clear. But do not mistake that instability for abandonment. These are not meaningless coincidences, nor are they scattered changes. They are part of a greater movement I am opening around your life. The angels are not only watching, they are joining me in guiding the correction of every detail so that everything falls into place at the right position, at the right time, and for the right purpose. Take heart, my beloved child, because this process has begun, and what I have started will continue moving until your life steps into the clarity I have appointed.